Hey guys, we're just gonna jump right in this video. This is a blonde wig that I constructed and made myself. So here I'm gonna spray some got to be glue so I won't stain the lace when I'm doing my watercoloring. It just make the process more easier so I don't have to worry about it. Uh, Sometimes it don't stain the lace, but this is just like for extra protection. So yeah, so see, I'm just spraying it all over. I tried fanning it using my hand, and that was clearly an epic fail. It wasn't drying as fast, so I just ended up grabbing a blow dryer like I usually do and just start blow drying it. So here I'm just blow drying it nice and evenly, making sure that it's nice and dry. Usually it'll be like the lace will be all hard, so that means that's all good. So I'll just spray another layer and then dry it again. Just want to make sure that every part of the lace get nice and dry, and see that I felt it a little bit and made sure it was dry. And I use French Cognac Adore. I'll put it in the description box just in case if you guys forget in the video. Now right here you have to make sure the water is very hot. Sometimes people boil their water, but I just didn't feel like boiling water. I think my sink is pretty hot enough, so I think it works pretty well. So I just fill it up like halfway, not so high because you don't want it so high that it overflows. And just making sure that it's nice and hot right here so I could get ready to put the dye in the container. I use like one of my drawer things because I don't have like a bowl or anything. So right here I'm just pouring the dye straight in, making sure I get all the dye out the bottle, and then yeah, just make sure I get it out. I put some water in it, shake it up, and just keep doing the same thing over and over until I get all the dye out the bottle. I just want to make sure that I have enough dye to color the whole wig, just not, I don't use half a bottle or anything like that. I use a whole thing because I want to get that color. I don't want to get no lighter. And then I'm just stir it up with my comb so I could just get a nice even color so I don't have to worry about it. And I just keep stirring and stirring until I don't see the clumps of dye that's still in the water. And if you saw that the color did get darker after I start stirring it up a little bit. So just make sure you stir nice and good so the dye can get a nice even color, because you don't want it to be not even. So next I'm about to just put the wig in the water, and I pray for the best every time, because if not, I'm gonna have to get another bottle and try to dye again. But usually I just tell customers, or I just get one bottle because that usually works. So I just dip it in. Doesn't matter how you dip it in first, well, the lace first or the ends first, really doesn't matter. I just put in the whole thing at one time, and you just keep putting it in, taking it back out. And the water was so hot, guys, like it was really hot, so I had to let it sit for a couple seconds. Usually I let it sit in there for like 5 minutes, but I didn't do it, so I just let it sit in there because the water was really hot. And just get your comb and just like make sure it stays in the water, because sometimes it will float. So using a comb or your hands, just pressing it down so make sure it stays. And make sure that you use your comb to comb out the hair so it won't get tangled. And also make sure you get all the blonde spots, open up the hair a little bit, and make sure that you get all the blonde spots, because sometimes when you do this watercolor method, you will still see blonde spots. So make sure you use your comb or your hand and just open up what inside the wig, and just make sure you get inside, if that makes sense. So here I'm just dipping and combing at the same time, and making sure that I got all of it. Now guys, look at this. This looks so beautiful. I love the color. It's giving me fall vibes. I really love it. And this watercolor method is really a savior. Instead of me getting a brush, getting dye, doing it hand by hand, it's so much easier. I'm glad that I use this method. I'm just so happy that I was put onto this method, cause yeah. So next I'm gonna just wash it out with some shampoo. It's like Cantu natural hair shampoo. It smells so good. I love that. So I just, like how I do any other wig or anything else, I just wash it and make sure I get it nice and evenly, so it'll take out that extra color that wasn't really needed. So make sure you lather it up and scrub. And you're gonna see right here, once I rinse, that some of that extra color will come out. Sometimes it won't, sometimes it will. Mostly on dark colors, the more you wash it, the more color will come out. And sometimes you have to be careful with that, because the more you wash it, the more color will come out, and you won't get that same color that you wanted. So make sure you comb it out and make sure there's no tangles or anything like that. This was actually some good hair, and it actually took the dye really good, because sometimes when you buy hair, it won't take the dye pretty good as you expect it to be. So you see right here that some of the dye, not a lot, but a little bit came out, but that's pretty normal. And it's often pretty good. So that means that the hair took the dye pretty good, and you didn't have to worry about all that extra stuff coming out. Make sure you lather it up pretty good, and make sure you wash it pretty well. Sometimes you could wash it twice, but me, I just wash it once, because one, just get the job done. So next I just dry it up a little bit, and I get ready to condition the hair. And this is like the best conditioner ever. I use silicone mix on every wig. It has a good smell, and it leaves your wig so freaking soft. And after you dye it, after you dry it, it will still have that smell. Even a couple days after, it will still have that good smell. And I actually love using this. Like, I wouldn't put any other conditioner on my wigs, because this makes your wig so soft. And I make sure that I lather all over, and I put a good amount on there. And right here, I'm just going to put in a plastic bag, and I'll probably let it sit for about half an hour. Sometimes if I really have the time, I'll let it sit overnight, and I'll just do it like that. And that was conditioning, and then this is after it dried. The silicone mix fragrance was still in the wig after. I usually let my wigs air dry. I don't use no blow dryer or no heat to it. And here I use my hot comb just to press it out. Thanks guys for watching. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will be having another video posted soon. Thanks. Peace.